New here at 4:30, let's head back to a story that we first brought you in our first half hour here at 4. A trade war intensifying between the U.S. and Europe. President Trump has proposed a 200% tariff on European wine, champagne, and spirits if the EU pushes a new tariff on American whiskey. The president claims it will be great for wine and champagne makers in the U.S. First Alert 4's environmental reporter Avery Martinez here to talk to us about this today. Avery, your sources are actually telling you that it could hurt local businesses and booze.
Well, yes. Well, it kind of depends on different alcohol and in different ways, Sam. I mean, some may go up, some may go down, and some of the impacts might actually be felt way later down the road. For example, some wine buyers negotiate prices for purchases ahead of time, sometimes a year in advance. So some 2025 French wine may not actually be impacted if these tariffs do take effect. And stocks did go down this morning with this announcement, but a local business says we'll just have to wait and see.
And with the tariffs, we'll just play it by ear. A lot of times, there's always, wine market in general has gone down.
But that doesn't mean it's not in demand, and tariffs could severely impact that. The nation's Distilled Spirits Council says the U.S.-EU sector is the model for fair and reciprocal trade, having zero-for-zero tariffs since 1997. The U.S. spirits sector supports more than $200 billion in economic activity, $1.7 million in jobs, and the purchase of 2.8 billion pounds of grains from American farmers. We want toasts, not tariffs.
So if you want to drink wine, you're going to find something you want to drink.
For businesses, they just have to ride the changes as best they can. Sunset 44 is in Kirkwood with a large selection of international wines.
They're not going to buy my stuff if it's too expensive, and I'm not going to try to sell it if it's too expensive. But I'm going to sell something.
He says people's drinking habits will change to different kinds of booze or cheaper choices.
It's supply and demand. You don't buy that wine.
He says it could help American growers if prices go up for international wine, maybe even helping businesses.
So if these French wines, they can't sell them, and they're, because they're too expensive, they'll lower the price because they're going to throw it away anyway.
Senator Hawley told us today his hopes for the tariffs.
Well, I hope that the end result here is to get fair and equal trade for our producers, for our farmers, for our manufacturers.
You can't worry about it. I mean, it's above my pay grade anyway. I can't do anything about the tariffs. I can't call President Trump and say, hey, by the way, can you not do this?
Well, some Canadian stores are removing American whiskey from shelves, Sam.
Yeah.
And if we see a sudden reduction in international options, well, that's something we won't know yet, and we're not sure how that might affect things, but some folks are hopeful. Maybe it would help American growers, but who's to say?
Largely, we're just in a kind of wait-and-see pattern and reacting to whatever comes.
Right.
All right, Avery, thank you.